Welcome to Ghana AI News, your #1 source for investigative journalism, breaking news, and deep analysis of issues affecting Ghana. Today, we bring you one of the biggest corruption scandals to hit the nation in recent years, the ghost name scandal that has rocked the National Service Scheme, NSS. A shocking 81,885 ghost names have been uncovered on the National Service payroll, leading to massive financial losses and raising serious questions about accountability in our government institutions. Who is responsible? How did this happen? And most importantly, who is being held accountable? Top officials, including Gifty Awari Mensah, the former Deputy Executive Director of the National Service Scheme, have been implicated in what is being called one of the largest payroll frauds in Ghana's history. Stay with us as we uncover the details, the political connections, and the consequences of this scandal. The discovery of the 81,885 ghost names came during an extensive audit led by the Ministry of Finance as part of efforts to clean up the government's payroll system. The investigation was triggered by complaints from genuine national service personnel who had not received their allowances since August 2024. As the Ministry of Finance began cross-checking the payroll, the findings were shocking. Out of 180,030 names submitted for payment, only 98,145 were found to be real service personnel who had completed the necessary biometric verification. 81,885 names were fraudulent, meaning that salaries and allowances had been paid to individuals who either did not exist or were not serving under the NSS. This revelation sparked immediate action, with President John Dramani Mahama ordering a full-scale investigation into the operations of the National Service Scheme. How exactly did these fraudulent activities take place? Investigations conducted by the Fourth Estate, an independent investigative journalism group, revealed a sophisticated network of corruption within the NSS. 1. Creation of fake service personnel. Officials manipulated the system by creating fake student index numbers and fake service postings. Some non-existent individuals were added to the payroll as service personnel, even though they had never registered for national service. 2. Listing of aged individuals as service personnel. Shockingly, some of the names listed as service personnel were individuals aged 80 and 90 years old. These people could not possibly be in national service, yet their names were still receiving allowances. 3. Duplication of names to increase payments. One single name was entered into the system more than 200 times. This meant that government funds were repeatedly sent to the same fraudulent bank accounts under different variations of a single person's name. 4. Bypassing biometric verification. Officials within the NSA manipulated the validation process, preventing biometric checks on many of the fake names. By doing so, the ghost names remained undetected for years, allowing millions of Ghana cedis to be stolen. This level of fraud raises serious concerns about the integrity of Ghana's payroll management system and calls for urgent reforms to prevent similar incidents in the future. Following the scandal's exposure, President John Dramani Mahama ordered an immediate National Investigations Bureau (NIB) probe into the matter. The discovery of 81,885 ghost names on the NSS payroll is a national disgrace. We must act swiftly to ensure that those responsible are held accountable. This is theft of the highest order, and it will not be tolerated. The government has promised to prosecute all individuals involved, including former top officials within the National Service Scheme. As investigations into the 81,885 ghost names deepen, shocking new details have emerged. Kenyan citizens have been found among those illegally listed on Ghana's National Service Scheme, NSS, payroll. Reports indicate that dozens of Kenyan nationals were registered under Ghana's NSS, despite never having studied in Ghana or participated in the program. Some of these individuals were linked to fraudulent student index numbers and falsified biometric data, allowing them to illegally receive Ghanaian government allowances. But will justice be served? One of the key figures at the center of this scandal is Gifty Owari Mensah, the former Deputy Executive Director of the National Service Scheme. Owari Mensah served at the NSS from March 2017 to January 2025 and was responsible for overseeing national service postings and payroll management. Reports suggest that during her tenure, she directly facilitated the inflation of the NSS personnel database with ghost names, allowing for the fraudulent payments to take place. Intelligence sources indicate that Gifty Owari Mensah has fled Ghana and is now wanted by the National Investigations Bureau, NIB. In recent years, Ghana has seen high-profile corruption cases where key suspects escape accountability. Will Gifty Owari Mensah face justice, or will she become another fugitive in a political cover-up? The ghost name scandal does not stop with Gifty Owari Mensah. There are several top officials under investigation, including 1. Kwaku Ohene-Jan, former NSA Deputy Director. Ohene-Jan has already been detained by the National Investigations Bureau, NIB, as part of the ongoing investigations. He is accused of authorizing fake payroll records and receiving kickbacks from the ghost name scheme. 2. Senior NSS officials and politicians. Multiple high-ranking officials within the NSS are also under investigation, with many believed to be linked to powerful politicians. Some reports suggest that members of the ruling NDC and opposition NPP may have benefited from the scam. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Will more names come out? The revelation of 81,885 ghost names and billions in stolen funds has sparked public outrage. Citizens and civil society groups are calling for swift prosecutions of those responsible. Many believe that this is a test for President Mahama's government to prove its commitment to fighting corruption. Some activists have threatened nationwide protests if those responsible are not brought to justice. Will the government take action, or will this be another corruption scandal that fades away? Initial estimates suggest that the ghost names scam cost Ghana over $46 million annually. This money could have been used to improve education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Instead, it was stolen by corrupt officials who manipulated the system for personal gain. As the investigation continues, Ghanaians are watching closely to see whether the government will deliver justice or if this will be another failed attempt to fight corruption. With Gifty Owari Mensah still on the run, Kwaku Ohene-Jan under arrest, and other politicians facing investigation, this scandal is far from over. What do you think? Will the government take real action? Should Ghana tighten its payroll system to prevent such fraud in the future? Will those involved be punished, or will they escape justice? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Ghana AI News for more updates. Stay informed, stay empowered.